The journey with God will be, I was just going to give you a few examples so you'll just understand how it looks like in the real life. When I first was filled with the Holy Spirit, and again, this is the event that you cannot miss. This is the event that it just kind of put the mark between your past life and your new life. And it's just the most, I don't want to even talk about it right now. It's like the whole video I will make just about the Holy Spirit, being filled with the Holy Spirit experience. But the life with with the living God, and once he started through the Holy Spirit transform your life, how it's going to look like. But I mentioned in my first video, so your being is going to be drawn to things that you've never done in the past. So I've never done videos like that in the past. I was terrified to speak in public. It was something that I was very hesitant to do. I didn't have enough confidence. And as I was reading Bible and I was connecting with the Holy Spirit more and more, the revelations that he would fill me with, they were so big. I couldn't hold it for myself. So my first instinct was to just start recording the voice messages of my revelation, because my hand couldn't stop writing the things that was pouring on me through the Holy Spirit after I would read the Bible, or if I just sitting prayer with Lord, and he would just start telling me things that make so much sense, and I knew it was not my own mind. So my first instinct was to record. I have to record so I wouldn't forget it. And then it wasn't like God, there was the open sky and the voice started recording. No, it was my being that was so strong. And again, it was weird because I didn't know why I was doing it. And then I start to record things and how Bible verse opened up to me. And then I start sharing with other believers about it, and they were very moved by it. And then I also had my diary with God. That's why I would really, really encourage you, if you just starting your relationship with living God, start the diary, because you're not going to remember all the revelations. So I started written like a paper diary. And I remember I wrote, and on one of my after prayers, he said, I want you to speak. And then he said, I'm preparing you to speak. It was a year ago. I didn't have this channel. So I was just, okay. And it didn't even occur to me that I will start a channel about the Bible or Holy Spirit. If you would ask me 3 years ago, I would be laughing in your face that I'll be the one speaking about Jesus, especially on YouTube. So anyway, this is how God works. He slowly starts to draw you into things that you're gonna do it naturally. It's not gonna be like hard, or you're gonna put so much effort. No, it's gonna come naturally to you. Same thing with speaking. I've never done speaking. I never took courses on speaking, and I'm not saying that I'm the best, but when I speak about God, it just flows out of me. So that's how you know when you step into the God ordained path. Things start to happen to you. Your being is already knows what to do. It's just your mind trying to catch up with it. And again, that's why Bible talks about renewing mind. Paul talks about we have to renew our mind in spirit. So because the spirit has all the knowledge, is the mind is the one like, this, what am I doing? So when I was making those recording my messages, voice messages about the Bible revelations, my mind was like, why are you doing this? And I didn't even, because the calling was so strong, I didn't even entertain to explain to myself why. I just did it. I didn't even know why I'm doing it. I'm just recording everything that comes out after I'm reading Bible. And the one day I remember, it was a habit. So for a year, God was preparing me to start speaking, start better articulation, start to express myself better, use the terminology. And again, I did not grow up around the Christian people, so I didn't know. All of my knowledge was coming from Bible. So some of these things I couldn't even explain. So I was start to preparing myself how to present it better. But again, when it comes from a Holy Spirit, it just flows from you. And I remember one of my friends, I would record messages like an hour long, and they would listen to it. So that's how you know God's going to start preparing you for something. And again, it's not going to be super hard. He's not going to put on you something that you're not equipped, because the skills are already in you. And again, it's just your mind, our unrenewed mind, that it's doubting. It's like, why am I doing this? And I remember last year in August, I recorded my first video. That was my first video about my experience and etc. And I started doing it more and more and more. And I didn't even put it together until recently I read my diary. I was like, wow, God did told me a year ago that he's preparing me about something speaking. And again, it wasn't like, okay, you're going to start the YouTube channel. It was just a very simple um, impulses, like you have to speak, you have to speak, you have to use your voice. And I thought, okay, recording messages would be one way, because I never want to be like doing videos like that or talking about Jesus and the Holy Spirit, but here I am today. And this is the journey. This is the beautiful journey with God. And again, in the midst, and as you go, you will have doubts. You're gonna stumble. Your mind is gonna doubt. Are you doing this for your own reason? Is this even the will of God? And again, like I said, have those diary, because once you have the revelation, once you have the inspiration, what God is prompting you to do, write it down, because I guarantee you're gonna get to the point in your life when you'll be like, is this even God's will or my will? And when you go back and you read everything start to make sense. You will be able to connect the dots, and you will be able to stay in the right path. And again, when you go on a God's path and the journey that he prepared for you, most of the time you'll need a lot of faith. You're going to step into something that you don't understand. Your mind cannot understand why you're doing this. Like, I'm writing book, it's like, why is this all happening? I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I have no idea. Even this recording this channel, I don't even know what's the end result of it, but I'm doing it because the calling is so strong. You can't deny it. You cannot refuse it. And that's the beauty. So you start to rediscover yourself. So the closer you get to God, the more of you will come out, the true you, not the one that society made you into, but the true colors of what God made you to be. And that's the beauty, and that's the journey, and that's the mystery. That's what keeps me excited to wake up every day and think, what else is out there? Like, I had no idea that I can speak in the public. I didn't know I can write a book. What else I don't know about myself? Same thing. You're gonna be so amazed about things that you were not aware that you possess, and you have ability to, and you've never used. It's like Jacob waking up in the middle of when he went on the journey, right? He was like, "Oh, I had this dream. The angels ascending and descending from the heaven. God lives here, and I wasn't even aware of it." So this is going to be your journey. It's going to be exciting, but it's going to be hard, because you will need a lot of faith to do things that you can't even explain why you're doing it. I couldn't explain to people why I was doing. That's why I was like, I didn't tell a lot of people what am I doing. Because you can't explain. There is no logical explanation. It's just knowing. And that's how you know you live by spirit, because the spirit knows, and mind always doubts. Mind's like, I need an ABC plan. If there is no ABC plan, I'm not stepping in, because mind is always self-protecting. Spirit already has all the answers. And once we start to live in spirit and live our life and lead by spirit, you start to do things that don't make sense. They logically cannot be explained. People will think this is a complete failure. There is no benefit. There is no profit. Why are you investing so much time? And my answer is, I don't know. I just feel like I have to do it. So this is going to be your life. It's exciting. It's going to bring so much faith, but you're going to get so much closer to God. And the closer you get to God, the more and more he's going to reveal to you about you. And the more you learn about yourself, the more you're going to understand other people, because you will understand how many people don't have no idea who they are. And remember one of those very famous exhortations when Jesus said, "Forgive them, Father, they don't know what they're doing," because they don't know who they are. So is me, so is you. So I'm inviting you today, invite the living God. Invite Jesus into your life. And I guarantee, if you call him with all of your being, with all, not your mind, like your spirit, he's going to wake it up. He's going to wake up your spirit, and he's going to start transforming your life. And a year from now, you're going to look at your life thinking, oh, how could I live without the Holy Spirit? That's how I say now. How could I live without the Holy Spirit, without the guidance? It's insane. And that's the beauty of being close proximity with living God. So don't waste time and call on him today.